Welcome to Short Story Engine. We're all looking for an audience and buyers for our books. Short Story Engine helps you to create short, free stories from your existing book or a book that you're about to write, so you can give potential readers something worth reading right now and start building familiarity, authority, and an audience around your work, so there are people there ready to buy as soon as you release your full book. Now let's have a look at it in action. So here we are on the Short Story Traffic Engine GPT in OpenAI. This will work on the free version of OpenAI or ChatGPT as well as the paid version, although I'd recommend the paid version. We will also be creating versions to work in Claude Cowork, Gemini and Grok as well. Now the first thing is you'll notice we've got some options straight away. So the first one is to upload your existing book so that ChatGPT can help you create a congruent short story based on your book. Or you can just go ahead and create the different types of short stories. Or if you don't have a book already, there's an option where it will help you choose the best story angle for your genre that you're planning to write your book in. So it doesn't matter if you don't already have a book, you can use this, answer a few simple questions and start building your audience in that genre, in that marketplace, so that you've got people already reading your stories and looking for your stories before your book even comes out. Now, as it happens, I've got a book that's almost finished. I've got the first draft done. So I'm going to choose this option here for upload my book. And you'll see it gives me the option for different lengths of articles that I can ask for. What I'm going to do is drag and drop my book and drop that in. And then I'm just going to pop under there, number 2, please, because I want a longer article. Now it's just reading the file. Once that's done, I can go ahead and start the process. Now, once it's read the book itself and the manuscript, it will most likely come back and ask you to verify which genre that the book is in. It will have a very good idea from the style of your book, but it will want to make sure. So this, for instance, is asking me whether it's fantasy, cozy fantasy, lit RPG, GameLit, etc. Now, in this case, it is GameLit, so I'm just going to pop that in and click on send and let it go away and start the process of coming up with some ideas that are congruent short stories that fit with the plot of my book and with the characters in my book without stepping on the book itself or doing any spoilers or breaking anything in the canon. Now, it can take a minute or two to go through and come up with the profile for your book. So it says here worked for 41 seconds. It's basically making sure that it's got the details right for us. So story match profile, whether the genre is correct, whether the tone is correct, whether it's got the characters correct. So do have a read through of this and make sure that you're happy with what it's come up with to make sure it understands your book, your story and the plot. And if I scroll on down, we'll then have the option for 3 companion story angles. So all I need to do is have a look through these and choose which one I want to go for. Now, the important bit to pay attention here is the spoiler risk, whether it's high, medium or low, because you don't want to break the book before it comes out and give too much away. So this first one, this is actually from something that I seed at the end of my first book. So I will use this one, but only after the book is released and has come out, and I can then pull people across to book 2. So this one is a good one that I will use, but the spoiler risk is high because it does potentially give away plot from the book. So the missing marker, that's a really good one. Spoiler risk low. As it happens, I've already done something similar to that, which I'll show you in a moment or two. So the one I'm going to go for is one favor within reason. Spoiler risk is low to medium, and it's the perfect choice for an example here. I am actually going to get it created and use it. Now, if you don't like any of the first 3 that it comes up with, you can just ask it to come up with some more ideas and keep going until you get what you want. And it will actually give you recommendations here. So as I've already done number 2 and number 1, I'm going to save until the book is actually out there. What I'm actually going to do is say number 3. So simply type that in, hit go, and it will now go off and start creating our short story for us. Now, this is going to take a bit longer because it's going to take a little while to think about it. So I'm going to pause the video and come back once it's done. Okay, there we go. It's done. It worked for 1 minute 33 seconds. It actually took slightly longer than that, but here is our short story titled One Favor Within Reason. Now, if we scroll down, you can read through it. Now, if you read through this and you don't like it, you can ask ChatGPT to rewrite it, or you can ask it to change certain sections or certain elements of the story. Feel free to ask it whatever you want to do. It will do it for you, but we've basically got our full short story written. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see see it is a fairly long story. The style is kind of staccato because that fits in with the style of the book. And if we get all the way to the bottom, you'll see there's a suggested use for it as well, as it is a companion story that fits into the world for this book. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is scroll back up to the top, and there is a little icon that we need to use to save this article. So I'm basically going to download this as a markdown file or a PDF or a text file to make sure I've got it, or I could click on copy and copy it into text file, whatever I need to do. But that is a short story created. It's that quick and easy. Now, if you're wondering what to do next, let me show you. Simply head over to the members area at shortstoryengine.productdino.com. And once you're logged in, go into the short story traffic playbook and GPT members area. Now I've got an example story down here of one I did previously, but what we're interested in is the short story GPT and traffic playbook. And once you're in here, there is the traffic playbook itself, which is the full detailed guide. There's also the short story social submissions traffic slide deck, which is a more overview guide and a quick way of getting your head around how to build traffic and an audience from these short stories, because there are quite a few different ways we can do it. But the traffic slide deck will give you an overview, so it's easy to get your head around how it all works, and then you can go through the full PDF for the traffic playbook itself. And this is where you find the link for the GPT as well, and we'll be adding the links for other versions below for other AI engines, and this is where this particular video will go. That's the placeholder. Okay, it's one last thing I'm going to show you, which is an example of another short story that I've already created. This is for one of my upcoming books called Paladin 404, and this is the missing marker short story that I created. And if I scroll down, you can see here it is. So this is it on my author site for my book, which is where I'm going to have my series of books with a series of short stories to go with them. And I'm going to do a bonus video to show you exactly how I created this site and this page so that your books have a home outside of Amazon as well. So that'll be a bonus video delivered within the members area as well. That's a really quick look at Short Story Engine and how it works, how you can start creating short stories to build your audience for your books. Whether you've even finished writing and publishing your book yet or not, you can get started now and build your audience so you've got buyers ready to go when you release your book. So scroll down, click the button below, and I'll see you on the inside.